Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It is 12:42 p.m. on August 16th, 2025 in West End, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 22 degrees outside on a partly cloudy afternoon in the city. In this video, I stroll for 2 kilometers starting at English Bay Beach Park, then proceed east along the Seawall Path, ending my trek at 1000 Beach. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me a super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforestwood. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe.
Can't we just go back now? No. Well, yeah, sure. So.
Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. We're here at noontime in the West End and we're over at English Bay Beach right now. Yeah, walking along the seawall here, which is more of a trail right now, but the Seawall Path that runs around Stanley Park and then comes in English Bay Beach Park here. And it's just a beautiful day to be out and about after a little bit of rain from the atmospheric river, and a few rainstorms as the day goes on. It's not going to be like totally sunny. Definitely going to be a little bit of partly cloudy here, but hey, that's life. You have to like straddle some of the puddles here on the path as you're walking along. But yeah, what a beautiful day here down at English Bay Beach. You can see the slide out there. I bring that out around this time of year in August. And when the lifeguards are on there manning the slide, you can go on the slide and slide. Otherwise, it's too shallow. There'll definitely be someone out there today. And it's like rain and or shine ice cream is getting a start to their day. They'll be selling ice cream in like under an hour. The people are just starting to come on in. So this is one of the main recreational trails that people use on over here, especially if you happen to live in the West End. It's also an area that a lot of tourists come to. So English Bay Beach can get quite busy right now, seeing as it's just noontime here on a Saturday. Things are only getting started. A few people are starting to go out for lunch, that type of thing. The beaches really won't fill up till later. Looks like there's a few people out here right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna get busier. And if it's sunny at the end of the night, that's when you know you're gonna get that whole crowd that's coming on a Saturday for the sunset. And that's an epic thing to see, whether it's the middle of winter or the summertime. There's the beach. It's not busy now, but there will be people down here. And especially with the blue sky showing through the clouds, yeah, there'll definitely be people down here.
Potential of rain. Yeah.
Everyone's talking about potential for rain. Potential for rain. Here in August time, this is around mid-August is when our rainy season starts to kick back up again. Right now, it's going to be pretty much still a whole lot of sunny and a few days of rain here or there. But by the time you get on into November, December, January, February, and March, that's when you start to get those like 2 weeks of solid rain, that type of thing. There's breaks throughout the day. It doesn't rain all the time, but it rains almost every day, and it can be overcast for several days in a row until you get 1 or 2 sunny days. And that's wintertime here in Vancouver, but right now, summertime, this is the tail end right now. Some people say the end of summer happens once the fireworks and Pride are finished. But it does carry on for a few more weeks after that. And technically for a few months if you go by the calendar, but yeah, such is life here in Vancouver. We are technically a little bit further north than other major cities here in Canada, including Toronto and Montreal. So in this case, you know, our seasons are a little different up here, even if we have that more temperate climate. Oh, Douglas taking note. There's the Pacific Ocean, folks. And this is English Bay.
Enjoy it though. Yeah, I will. I will. He wasn't expecting.
Protected quietly over here.
I know.
With the mouth to the foot of Falls Creek, which is the inlet that divides the west end over here from the west side. In that case over there, that would be Kitsilano. On the other side of the bridge, that'd be Fairview. So when we're here in Vancouver, and we talk about the East Vancouver, well, that's the east side of town. When we're also here in Vancouver and we talk about west side of Vancouver, we say west side. The reason we do that is because there is actually a city north of us on the west side of the harbor on over there, and that is called the West Vancouver, and that sits adjacent to North Vancouver, which is also north of us from the downtown across the Vancouver Inner Harbor. Gets a little confusing with all the Vancouvers, but eventually you pick it up. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. this beach over here, this is Barge Chilling Beach. A few years ago, a barge washed up on the beach and was stuck there for a while and had some chemicals in it, so you had to take care of it very carefully. So it took about two or 3 years to get it off of the beach. And at that point in time, some people came down and put in a sign that said Barge Chilling Beach, and the name's stuck in some cases. In other cases, people have moved on, but Barge Chilling Beach is right on over here. And it's just one of the many landmarks here along the Seawall Path in the West End. Now we're heading to another main landmark, Sunset Beach, right on over here. And there's 2 or 3 peaks to it. So we'll take a look at those right now for you. Here's the Seawall Path. Then here's one of the peaks for Sunset Beach. And when you sit all the way out on the far end of it, right on over there, at sunset time, you get a beautiful view of the harbor on over here and the sun as it sets either here in the summertime or over there in the wintertime. And these are some of the many logs that wash up from the logging industry here. Some of these have been here for a long time, so they look a little more worn and weathered. Yeah, they wash up here and then they just kind of sit here until they're used as benches. And when they're done their use as benches on the beach, that's when they put a new log out. That's why you got logs sitting on the beach there for you to sit on when you come here to Canada. It's all part of the logging industry. And it's easier to pull the bulk of logs down the Fraser River from the ocean than it is to truck it. So that's what they do, and every once in a while they're towing the logs down, these giant and big wooden nets, one of the logs gets away and washes the shore here at Sunset Beach. Here's the second peak right here. And then the third peak is a little further in. Right now in the summertime, there'll be people coming down here in a couple hours. The setup on over here at the green field, there's actually 2 or 3 people out here right now starting to set up. Looks like we're just transitioning from the dog walkers. There's the green field right there. Usually you'll get dog walkers in the morning, and then by the afternoon you'll have family and friends and people hanging out in a few different areas in and around this green field. A nice little gathering place over here, and you're close to the beach, so you want to go for a dip, you can go for a dip. So there's the beach right there. Looks like we got one lifeguard on duty, just chilling out. It's a slow day right now, so not much to do. And if you look on over here, you can see a few people starting to come down to chill out. There's one person way far over their way. One person, 2 people over the picnic table. And that'll get busier as the day goes on. Again, around noontime here, it's pretty chill. It just gives you a different view of how the day changes and the different cycles in the day. So again, come out on a Saturday around noon. This is the type of a frequency of people you'll get out here. Things are open, things are working, but it's not overly busy yet. There's a concession stand down here at Sunset Beach. Their hamburgers are actually pretty good. I always love walking down this path. It's pretty chill. You hear the ocean washing up along the rocks, especially when you're at mid-tide or low tide. And then also just it's a nice little wind path here too. So especially in the summertime when there's a little bit of humidity, the wind will rush past your face here and your body when you're walking along this part of the Seawall Path very often. Once in a while it'll be a little quieter and you get a nice little refreshing breeze on over here. It's just so nice to have, and just like the uninterrupted waterfront trail that's over here just means that you don't have to like walk up to a sidewalk when there's cars and trucks going. You can kind of separate yourself from the cars and the trucks as you're coming on through the park, and you can just kind of enjoy a little bit of tranquility, even though you got the trucks and cars on up here on this Beach Avenue, and then you got the boats on over there in False Creek. You still get a little bit of respite from that walking along the Seawall Path here in Sunset Beach. And from here, this is where you can see the Granville Bridge. There it is right there. You can also see one of the docks for the False Creek ferries. That'd be the Aquatic Center dock. And if you got really good eyes, you can see False Creek Fuels, which is the gas station for the boats on out here. It's just tucked right in there on the other side of False Creek. Gas stations for boats, I know. Who would have thunk? Boats need fuel too.
Okay, remind them, sit. There's distractions coming.
Over at the ferry docks down over here. This is where you can catch your False Creek ferry on out and across False Creek here. So if you want to know where the ferry dock is, it's right there, right on over there. And you can catch the ferry for anywhere from $3.50 to $6 generally, depending on the time of year. So during festivals and stuff like that, the price can sometimes increase. Sometimes, not always, and can sometimes increase. And if you have any questions, they have a website. They're called False Creek Ferries. And right on over at this dock, they'll take you on over to Granville Island most of the time, but every half an hour until a certain cutoff point. They also, usually around 6 p.m., they have a ferry coming every half an hour on over to that dock, and then it'll take you over to the Heritage Docks over in Vanier Park in Kitsilano. So oftentimes they'll say, you're coming to Kits? When the boat shows up, and it's like, yep, okay, let's head on over there right now. Okay, but that one only comes every half an hour. So it's really easy to get from the west end if you're taking a ferry on over to Granville Island, or if you want to get a little further without having to take a SkyTrain over to a bus and then take the 99 UBC line along West Broadway. You can get on over to Kitsilano a whole lot faster. Just jumping on that ferry from here in the West End and taking her across when she arrives every half an hour at those docks. Just walking under the Barge Street Bridge here. This is the parking lot over at the Aquatic Center. That's the Aquatic Center right there. And we'll chill out over here. This is 1000 Beach. Little area on over here. Some nice lovely benches here. So anyways, thanks for coming along today, and just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good day.